book of days begins to close. The scent of dusk is like a rose. My body, once a willing friend, has brought me to my journey's end. My earthly tasks are all complete. The bitter has become the sweet. There are no more new souls to meet. So gather round, but do not weep, for promises I could not keep. I am at peace. Now I must cross the final horizon, where sea and sky at last are one. Release my name, release my soul. Let the great mystery make me whole. Let my love be a gentle breeze that whispers through the rustling trees and sets your grieving hearts at ease. Think of me in the falling snow, in the first hopeful signs that grow, when spring returns to warm the land. You'll feel the touch of my own hand. I am not leaving you behind. I am a part of all you'll find, a memory within your mind. The ship is here, the tide is high. It's time to learn a new goodbye, a new hello. Now I must cross the final horizon, where sea and sky at last are one. Release my name, release my soul. Let the great mystery make me whole. Let my love be a gentle breeze that whispers through the rustling trees and sets your grieving hearts at ease. For what is death but coming home, a place from which we cannot roam? It is the closing of a door to open something so much more. It is not darkness but light we cannot see. The final horizon calls to me. Into the light I go, to be finally free. The age of reason built its walls in cold and calculating halls. It measured every star and stone and left the spirit all alone. It said that God was just a dream, a trick of light on a dying stream, a broken and a bankrupt theme. And when the answers turn to dust, in what or who
are the children of a dream, a brief and incandescent gleam. We walk on paths our fathers made, beneath the trees their hands once laid. We drink from wells we did not dig, a fleeting dance on life's great rig, both consequential and too big. We take the fire, tend the flame, and learn to whisper our own name to the wind. And we become the echoes in the stone, a truth on which the moss has grown, a cathedral built on silent faith, a promise that outlives all death. So let our lives a river be that carves a canyon to the sea for those we are not meant to see. A gentle word, a selfless choice, becomes the future's hopeful voice. An act of love in darkest days sets distant constellations ablaze. For what is goodness but a seed that answers another's silent need, a legacy in thought and deed. We raise our voice, we make our mark, a single defiant, hopeful spark in the dark. And we become the echoes in the stone, a truth on which the moss has grown, a cathedral built on silent faith, a promise that outlives all death. So let our lives a river be that carves a canyon to the sea for those we are not meant to see. So live a life that you would weave into the stories you will leave. For we are judged not by our years, but by the drying of the tears of others. An echo in the breathing stone. We are never, ever truly gone. We live on in the song. We live on. We built our temples to the sun, believed our battles had been won. We drank the wine of careless pride, with nowhere left for us to hide. When foundations cracked and ceilings fell, and turned our Eden into hell, a story only ghosts could tell. Beneath the weight of stone and dust, a single fragile seed of trust remained. From embers we shall rise. souls in pain. With fire forging soul and bone, we'll build a kingdom from a stone. The night will tremble at the sight of broken people claiming light, and we will burn forever bright. We learn to speak the names of grief, found solace in a fallen leaf. We learned that strength is not to shield, but what you grow on barren field, with hands that bore the chains before. We build a new and stronger door, and ask for nothing, nothing more. For in the silence of defeat, we heard a new and vital beat. Begin, we'll build, not beat, embrace again. From embers we shall rise again, to purify ourselves in pain. With fire forging soul and bone, we'll build a kingdom from a stone. The night will tremble at the sight of broken people claiming light, and we will burn forever bright. The deepest scars will catch the sun and show the world what we've become. Not flawless, but a mosaic made of every light and every shade. More beautiful for being broken. We rise from the ashes and the lights, with relentless hopeful eyes, to meet the endless waiting skies. We rise.
The cosmos holds its breath and waits beyond the guarded pearly gates of consciousness. A flicker starts a symphony of beating hearts, a tapestry of threads unseen, a universe held in between, the silence of a world yet green. From stardust spun from ancient lore, a soul knocks softly at the door of now. You are the breath of endless dawn, the masterpiece the world has drawn. Eternity in your small hand, a language we now understand. With every cry, a prayer takes flight. You anchor heaven, you are light. You are the beautiful. and bright. We who have walked through sun and storm to keep this fragile vessel warm, now see our world through altered eyes, beneath the same familiar skies, each color sharp and sound more true. The very shape of life is new, reborn and redefined by you. From stardust spun from ancient lore, you are the promise we've waited for. You are the breath of endless dawn, the masterpiece the world has drawn. Eternity in your small hand, a language we now understand. With every cry, a prayer takes flight. You anchor heaven, you are light. You are the beautiful and bright. What ancient wisdom do you keep, awoken from a cosmic sleep? You are the past, the future too, the timeless question, fresh and new. You are the echo and the call, the sacred innocence in all. You are the light, the endless start, the beating of the world's own heart, the answer and the sacred art with you. With you. The world demands a constant show, a mask for everywhere you go. 1,000 voices bright and loud, to lose yourself within the crowd. They offer fame and fortune's gleam, to join their frantic shallow stream, and to forget your own true dream. But when the performance finds its end, there is a stark and silent friend who waits. pierce this blue, where every hidden thought is true. My pride, my shame, my pointless wars lie shipwrecked on these silent floors. I do not judge them right or wrong, for they are part of my own song, the place where I have always belonged. And in this piece I start to hear a music that is soft and clear. It is my own, and so I dive in the ocean of the soul, where quiet waters make me whole again. Down in the deep, where monsters sleep and ancient silent secrets keep, here in this kingdom mine alone, I sit upon a coral throne and find the self I've never known. To be alone is not to be without. It is to quell the inner shout and finally learn to hear the grace of this profound and holy space, the source of everything you are. The ocean of the soul, it sings to me of who I was and who I'll be. I am the ocean, I am the sea. I am The mountains sleep in robes of gray and watch the empires wash away. The stars in cold indifferent grace observe our short and frantic race. We build our clocks to tame the flow and curse the minutes as they go. A child's first step, the lover's vow, are all eternally here now. The final breath, the tear-stained face, are held within this sacred space. For time is not a linear thread, or just a book that can be read. It's all the words we left unsaid. It is the silence and the sound on this holy, ever-turning ground all around. The river of years, it calls our name through sunlit joy and shadowed shame. We are the vessels frail and fast, a fleeting shadow that is cast to love and lose and question why beneath an endless open sky. Then give our souls back to the tide. Are we the water or the stone, reshaped by currents not our own? Or are we just the fleeting light that dances on the waves at night? Perhaps the meaning is to be a part of this great mystery. The river flows to a silent sea, where all that is will cease to be, and yet begins I was a shore of shifting sand, a stranger in a barren land. My voice a whisper on the breeze, lost to the silent ancient trees. I mapped my world in shades of gray and waited for the close of day to dream a different world away. Then through the twilight you appear, the only star I'd ever steered my heart toward. Two stars as one in endless flight, consuming darkness with our light. My everything, my day, my night, my They build the road so straight and wide, with signs to soothe and maps to guide. They promise comfort, peace and ease, a gentle and compliant breeze. They say, just walk where we have trod, and give your weary soul to God. A perfectly constructed fraud, but in my heart a wildness grows, a different, stronger current flows, and it knows I must pursue the unwritten path and face the tempest's holy wrath, to be the cartographer of me, and draw the lands no one can see. For a gilded cage is still a cage, and I must turn my own blank page and be the actor on my stage. My friends all watch with worried eyes and offer sensible advice. The wilderness is full of fears. You'll lose your way and waste your years. I thank them for their gentle care, but there's a silence I must share with the lonely God that waits out there. A voice that calls from deep within. Your real life must now begin, and so I go. I must pursue the unwritten path and face the tempest's holy wrath, to be the cartographer of me, and draw the lands no one can choice, my art, to follow the compass of my heart. This is the start, the sacred start, my
There is a country of the past, a shadow that is built to last. Its language is a whispered name, its sun a dying distant flame. I am its sole inhabitant, on promises and time misspent. I trace the paths where we once went, and though I call, there's no reply, just the echo of my own soul's cry for you. And here in fields where silence blooms, dispelling all the sunlit rooms, your memory's a sacred art engraved upon my living heart. And though you've crossed the final sea, you planted something deep in me that grows for all eternity. The changing seasons mock my grief with every new and tender leaf. The world moves on a careless tide, while part of me has also died. I see your face in strangers' eyes, in sudden rain-washed sunset skies, a love that never says goodbye.